Well, I was out here working on my riding mower, the one I actually cut my yard with, because the yard needs to be cut and I need to do it before I do the revival. So, come out here to put some gas in it, fire it up, of course. You know, I done got the push mower running and all that good stuff. And old Briggs, man, champ, just a champ. Come out here to do the riding mower, and yeah, this is the aftermath. That used to be red, but it is now black. And I wonder where that came from. Painted the ground. I'd say it floats sticking. Pretty bad. So I guess we're gonna have to take the carburetor off and clean it out. But I'm gonna do that off camera, you know. Y'all didn't see me do that enough. But I just figured I'd show what in the hell happened, because I wasn't expecting that. But I guess, you know, the quality of this newer fuel, just garbage. Absolute garbage. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. Today we're out here in the old pole shop, I guess you'd call it. I need to get my mowing equipment ready for the season, because I'm going to be doing some mowing jobs, and I got to maintain this whole big old yard here. So I started working on my mower, and it's just been giving me problems, and so is the old push mower. And then I actually picked up a push mower today, so I figured we'd do a video real quick on getting the maintenance done on these, see what's wrong with the new one, and see if we can revive it, and you know, just go through and get all these running right, so I can for one, do a job tomorrow, two, and you know, do my lawn, and three, the neighbor wants hers done. So all that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, just picked this up. It's a little cheap yard machine. It's 20-inch cut, 125cc Briggs & Stratton. It's got the plastic carburetor on it, which aren't great. Usually got to replace them, but it's in good shape. It may run. So all I did was put the pull cord back up here where it belongs, because it was down here. But I mean, not a bad unit. It's a cheapo, but hey, we could use it, we could sell it. So we'll fix it up and see if it runs and cuts. Over here, let me get around. This big behemoth is in the way. We got an old Winston frame. Never heard of them, but it's a sturdy one. It's old. It was given to me by my wife's uncle from, let's see, Southland Motor Corp in Selma, Alabama. So it's made in the US of A. It's got an old Briggs & Stratton on it. I'm not sure how many horses, probably a 2 or a 3 if I had to believe. But we need to get the pull cord fixed, because it does run. It runs really good. It's just the pull cord is jacked, as you can see. I think the spring may be gone in there. May need to do something to fix it, so we're going to fix that and make sure it runs and cuts good. And then we got the Troy-built pony here with the 17.5 industrial commercial overhead valve engine. that is running now, but running kind of intermittent. So it's kind of like the booting, and I don't like that. Definitely a carburetor issue. Other than that, it's a good rebuilt engine. I really don't like these engines because they have a tendency to just have a lot of problems, but you know, I've had good luck out of some of them. This one, not so much. But what we'll do is we will go ahead and get this engine running right, make sure it runs and cuts, and then we'll be done, I do believe, because my weed eater, my chainsaw, and my 2 blowers that I have work phenomenal. So I've already tried them this season, so they're good. It's just these 3 lawnmowers. So we're going to be doing a little different video today. Instead of mud mowers, it's lawnmowers. Hey, everything needs maintenance. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the old Winston over here. We'll get the pull cord apparatus fixed, make sure it runs and cuts, and then we'll probably move on to the yard machines real quick, see if that thing runs or gives any sign of life, and then we'll go from there on it. And then I think the last will finish off with the Troy build. So I'm gonna get some tools set up and we're gonna get to the Winston. Alright, we have our engine where I pulled the mower over on this side, pulled the top cover and everything off of the engine. It has a cover and then a cover. Here is the main cover, and this is what we're looking at. We need to do now is pop this out of here and see what happens. Maybe it just skipped. Maybe I could just rewind this unit, because it don't look broke. I may try to do that. That's usually the easiest way, is to rewind them. So let me try that real quick, see if I can get it to function better than it does now. Alright. Well, we have a working it's old, but as long as it recoils, should do the job. It's hard to hold the camera and show this at the same time. But let's get it installed and see what it does and see if this thing runs and cuts, and then we'll be on to the next one. Alright, we got our mower reassembled. Cover's back on. Hang it back in place. So let's go take it out back and see if she runs and cuts real quick. And then we'll move on to the new one that was given to us today. Alright, we're back here in the graveyard. And figured we'd go ahead and test the spot, so let's prime it 3 times. 2, 3. And we should be able to just pull her to life. Well, that was god-awful. long has that been leaking gas? I need to get that taken care of. Hey, don't you try to attack me. Cool it. Okay, well that one's done. We'll go ahead and store this one back here. That one's out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this little fuel leakage real quick, because it's kind of leaking out. I know it's open, but you know, figured since it's a damn tank that's lower, it shouldn't leak out, but I guess it decided it was going to, so. Alright, we got a solution for that. No more leakage. So, let's get up here and get to the new push mower that was given to us today, and let's see if we can get that thing to run, which I think we can, but you know, let's see. So, let's do it. Alright guys, it is the next day. Got a little too late last night to be running mowers, especially when my neighbor's right there and has to get up early for work, so I try to keep them in mind. But we're out here today. I actually got Marshall out here. He's hanging out with me today, and we are going to fix this yard machines that was given to us. Let me turn the camera around. I kind of did a different camera setup, so it would be less noisy and more light. Hopefully better sound. But we're going to work on this today and try to get this thing running and see what it'll do. So let's go ahead and start with that. We'll go ahead and pull the cover and the air filter, look up in the carburetor. We'll pull our spark plug and look at it, check it, and then see what our gas tank smells like, see if it needs to be cleaned, and hopefully maybe we can get this thing to show some life today. And then after we work on this one, last but not least will be the riding mower. So let's get into it for today. So I want to take a quick second and pause the video and ask y'all to help me with something. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Smash that bell. Go like the videos. You know, tell me where you're from. Say hi. Whatever. Ask me questions. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And I cannot do that without your guys' help. So definitely go subscribe, check out Facebook, the Instagram, the Snapchat, and now we have a TikTok. You can just go type in Flying Brian's Garage and you will find me. All the profile pictures are the same. It's easy to find. And yeah, give me some likes, give me some subscribes, and all that good stuff. I'm trying to build this, and I can't build it without everybody's help. So hope you guys are enjoying the videos. You know, got a lot of good videos coming, constantly coming, and I'm constantly sourcing new projects. So stay tuned, and with that being said, let's get back to the video. Let's pull our air filter here. It don't look too bad. Definitely been tipped on its side before, because I smell oil. But the filter itself is clean. I mean, clean enough. I've seen them caked. This one still has the Briggs and Stratton on it, so you know it's probably stock. Probably hadn't been used that much. And if that's the case, we probably got us a good unit here. You know, oh, it's got gas in it. That's scary. It don't even smell that bad. And And there's no way it could be old gas. Like the old recipe, I should say. Because this isn't that old. Go ahead and pull the spark plug wire. It looks to be in good shape. This mower don't even look like it's been used. I'll be honest with you guys. It looks fairly new, which is beneficial. I might not have to do anything to it. I just want to run through my usual tests to make sure that this thing's going to do what I want it to do. Hell. Look at the plug. Has this thing even been used? Might have just got a brand new mower. Alright, I wiped the plug off with a little bit of stuff that was on it, and that looks brand new. I mean, wouldn't you guys say that looks new? You can still see the white on the porcelain or ceramic or whatever you want to call it. I think it's porcelain, but that's a good sign. Let's leave this off. Just for the hell of it, let's do a compression test on this thing real quick, just to see what it's at. I'm sure it's probably pretty high compression for this engine, because it's fairly new. Unless it has a valve problem. If the valves are leaking, then it could not be getting full compression. Get all these leaves off of it. Before we do that though, let's pull and check our oil, just to be sure. I don't even know if this thing was ever ran. Maybe once or twice, if any. That oil looks brand new. I say change it, but I honestly doubt it. If I had to say, it had to run at least twice. Maybe once. Because that air filter is like clean for something I've ever done a revival on. It's actually impressive. I'm going to do a spark and a compression test on this engine, just to be sure that we're working with something good, and then when I go to pull it over, it don't have some kind of catastrophic failure, because I have not tried to pull this engine over yet at all. I'm pretty sure it's a free engine. The spark plug out, I'll pull it over slowly. It seems to pull over just fine, so we don't have a stuck engine or anything, let's get the compression tester out. Let's get the spark tester out. Let's check those things, and then once we assess that those are working and everything's giving us a good reading, we'll go ahead and move to trying to get this thing to pop off. And I think it may just stay running, but let's see. Alright, we got our compression tester. We're going to thread it into the spark plug hole. Sometimes it's hard to get started, but make sure you do not cross thread it. If you cross thread it, you're going to have problems. Make sure it starts going in smoothly. If you have no problem getting your spark plug in and out, then you should have no problem getting the compression tester in and out, as long as you have the right adapter on the end. Okay, we'll do spark test at the same time. Hard to see that. I have to go back on the camera footage to see it. Okay, bud. Not good. So we have a valve problem. Not good compression. What's up, Marshall? Huh? What are you doing? That's my buddy. Yeah, that's my buddy. Love that boy. Yes, I love that boy. Okay, so compression seems to be shit. You know what? I may need to look up the compression for these engines, because I'm actually going based off of like anywhere from a 14 to an 18 horse. Let me see if I got spark now that I got my oil over here. I think so. It's hard to see it. Yes, I do have spark. Good deal. But I'm only getting 40? Yeah, I'm only getting 40 PSI. That's not enough. Okay. That's 50. Still in the red zone. I mean, it's still in the red zone. Let me look up real quick and see what the proper compression would be for this style of rigs. And then I'll get back with y'all and we'll figure out if this is right, or do we have a problem with our valves, or do we have a problem with our piston rings. So let's find out. Alright, so I pulled it down and I looked up online what pressure should be for this engine, and it was saying online anywhere from, like, some people were saying 60, some people were saying 65. I was hearing folks say they had 45 psi. I've got 50. it's in the red, but these compression testers are usually for like engines, like not small engines. But they still work for small engines. They just give you the reading of what you're looking for, and as long as it falls in the same lines of, you know, PSI, the red ain't got nothing to do with small engines. The red has to do with actual vehicle engines, because like right around 120 is not good. You usually want like 130, 135 on a, you know, V6 4-cylinder. I think, you know, if I'm not mistaken, that you know, V8s can be higher compression, especially if it's a built engine. I'm getting almost 150 psi out of that high compression, or the high performance 17 horse that I just got, and y'all will see that in a different video. If y'all want to go check that one out, it's you can check out one. It's the Revival, where I got it from my buddy Shaggy. Y'all know Shaggy. Y'all have seen Shaggy on the channel if you've, you know, watched the channel. You can also go check him out on YouTube at Shaggy Small Engines. He ain't been able to post no videos right now because he's been kind of busy, but hey, he's working on it. And he's got a bunch of mowers and stuff for sale in his yard. So hey, if you're, you know, in Georgia and want a good mower, used mower, this practically went through, you know, you can contact him on YouTube, or Shaggy's Repairs, excuse me, Shaggy's Repairs on Facebook. You can check him out there. And get in contact with him there if you want to look at, you know, buying some mowers or something. But y'all can go check out the video where I got that engine from, or technically it came on a mower, and I revived it. We rode it around, we washed it, and then I'm also filming a video now where my wife actually wanted it, so we swapped her parts from the little red tow rig that I had designed up, and swapped it to the Murray transaxle, wheels and tires, engine. I swapped the engine and transaxle over to the red tow rig, because I'm going to keep it as a mud rig now. I put the stock wheels and tires on the John Deere, so the John Deere is no longer a mud toy. And I'm swapping the wheels and tires over to the little red tow rig. It'll no longer be a hydrostat. It'll have a high performance 17 horse on it instead of the 14.5 straight piped. I'm still keeping the stuff that I did to it, but it's going to have an MST 206 in it, 6-speed gear drive. So it's going to be a heck of a conversion, and I can't wait to get it done. I'm not done with it yet, but it will be done soon. I'm just dropping this video in between because I had to do it. It pulled me off what I was doing, and I was like, hey, why not make a video out of it? So with all that being said, I think our compression, I'm gonna call it good at 50. I think it'll fire, because that's what we're getting, is about 50. We can try to pull it a couple more times just to confirm that 50. This is gonna be not easy to do. Bear with me if I'm shaky. Trying to get the camera. Marshall, it's okay. It's okay, bud. I promise the lawnmower I'm not gonna let it eat you. You can't run away. He's a little used to running off, so I'm trying to trust him and letting him hang out here with me, but I gotta keep my eye on him. I don't want you running off and get hit by a car, bud. Can't do that. You're a good dog. Alright, let's see what we got. A solid 50. It keeps coming up as a solid 50, and that's a hard pull. So, I think we're working with 50 psi. So let's get this yanked out of here and get the spark plug back in it. I'll probably have to put Marshall in the house, so when I try to fire this thing over, he doesn't take off, because I don't want to scare him. Maybe I shouldn't have him out here at all doing this. Kind of want to get him used to it, because some people have, you know, had puppies where they kind of, you know, they're not scared of it because they're used to it. They've been around that environment most of all their life, so the noise doesn't bother them. Well, I got Marshall kind of already grown up, so I trying to introduce him to things, but I don't think he had the best life. So he's a little scared of a few things, and I don't want to terrify him, so I want to kind of slowly introduce him a little bit, and then you know, give him a break. So I'll probably put him in the house or put him in the backyard, give him a break from my shenanigans, and I'll continue to pull the compression tester out, put the spark plug back in it, clean the air filter up, clean the gunk out of there, because that's disgusting. We'll clean that up and then try to fire it. Alright, so we got our spark plug back in. We cleaned up around here in our carburetor. We're going to go ahead and bottle feed it real quick, see if we can get it to pop off, maybe stay running. Tap the carburetor a little bit just in case it's stuck. Doesn't have a fuel shutoff, so you know, it's got fuel in the tank, it's got fuel in the carburetor more than likely. Might pop off without the bottle. Oh, this thing's barely used. This thing is legit barely used. Let me see. That's not bad up either. Alright, we bottle fed it. We're going to see if it'll pop off real quick. Okay. Well, we've confirmed it runs off bottle, but I don't think it runs off fuel source. Alright. We're going to continue to try to tap on the carburetor. Bottle feed it some. See if maybe we can get it to run off its own fuel. Awesome. primer bulb's working. Garbage. They all act like this. Yeah. It's running off bottle feed, but it won't pick up fuel. So that means we're going to have to take it back up here, pull the carburetor off, go through it, blow it out, reinstall it, and hopefully that fixes the problem. Actually, I do have carburetors for this, I think. You know what? We should go search and see if I can locate a carburetor. I may could find one that we could use. So, let's try it. Alright, so we're going to start by disassembling our engine here. We've got to take the top cover off, gas tank, carburetor. I think these are 8mm. Put our bolts on our slot there. Nothing wrong with that. Fuel tank. Disconnect that. I want to remove our side discharge. Have it slid over more. And put hardware there. Hardware down there. 7mm. And pop our cover off there. We'll sit there on the workbench. Gas tank. Off the carburetor here. They always join together on these units. Let's see if I... There we go. Smells okay, but I think I'll probably go ahead and drain this tank. Put some fresh in it. I don't think that would hurt it at all. If anything, it'd be good for it. Because these engines already are kind of crap. I'm sorry, Briggs and Stratton, but y'all did not do a good job on these. These engines are garbage. They only run right when they run right. And once they start messing up, that's kind of the end of it. So I'm hoping that I can get this thing running again with this carburetor, because I don't want to buy one for this unit. So let's get this thing apart. See what we're working with. And we'll go from there. Alright, we have our carburetor. We had took it apart and dropped it in our solution. Shook that around real good. Reassembled it from the bolt up. All our gaskets are on there. We cleaned out the air box. Nice and good. Also cleaned out the air filter as well as we could. Also went ahead and drained our fuel tank and flushed it out with some clean gas, shook it up, drained that, and wiped it down so it's ready to go. The fuel system should be good, so I think what we're going to do is go ahead, go over here, install it, and see if we can get this thing to run. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start reassembling our carburetor onto the engine. All we really have is that one linkage. And your seal itself. At this point, it's probably best to install the gas tank along with it. Okay. Then our next step is going to be our air box plate, I guess you'd call it, the mounting plate. Let's get our tube hooked up. Go ahead and drop this in place. Let's see. Those are in. Then we have our two 5/16 bolts that mount the plate to the frame that goes around the carburetor. Those are 2 bolts. And the outside. I forgot there. Almost for just a second. That kind of melts everything together and keeps your carburetor tight against the sealing spot in the engine. That looks really nice. Now let's get our top cover reinstalled. I think those are also same size bolts, 5/16. And there are 3 of those. Alright. Since this is plastic, you don't want to use a high torque or high impact gun. You just want to use something that's kind of light. Get my rope back up where I like them. Up here by the shut-off. And then all we have to do from here reinstall our side discharge cover. Got plastic wing nuts. I don't know how long those will last. I mean, why you use a metal bolt and plastic wing? It's even got metal washers. It's just a recipe for failure. Why not a metal wing nut? What happened to good shit? Does it not exist anymore? I don't think it does. Filling up with gas. Fill it all the way up. That tank about 40 Now that's along with our bottle feed bottle. Let's take this thing down in the yard here real quick. See if we can get it to run off its own fuel with that carburetor. I surely hope so. If not, I gotta resort to another alternative. But we're gonna check, see if we can get it to run good, and if so, see if it cuts. If it does those things and got us a good mower, we can move on to the Troy built riding. Alright, let's see if we can get this dumbass simple machine to run. Still don't feel anything from the primer roll. That was a lot of gas. It'll be okay. I don't care how much I gotta feed it. I don't want to have to take this thing apart, but I feel like I'm going to have to. Work the shit out of it. Maybe that'll run it for a minute. Burning passion. That means it's not getting fuel. Probably need to take the carburetor apart again, take it down to the air compressor and blow it out and all that crap. And then come back up here and see if I can get it to run. If not, we'll have to move on to the riding mower and worry about this guy later. So let's see what we can do. That's what I got. And then if not, this thing will need a new carburetor, and I probably won't order it. I'll just let it sit. So alright, so I took the carburetor off again, cleaned it and blew it out really good, put it back on. I didn't want to show it on camera because I've already kind of done that. But we now have a running mower, and I already cut this patch of grass, the big patch of grass up there by the pole shop, but I left this little bit here so I'll demonstrate that it runs, and then we're going to move on to the next project, which is the riding mower. Runs pretty decent. It has a little surge in the carburetor, but I'm not fooling with it anymore. A lot of times with these, I've noticed they'll kind of work themselves out if you run it a lot, so I'm just going to run it a lot. And I have a lot of grass around here, so I'll probably use this around the house for little patches of grass I need to cut, or maybe on a job. But so far so good. I got a good running little push mower, so on to the next project. Alright, so we went ahead and pulled our riding mower up into the light. We went ahead and disassembled our old, well, the carburetor that I temporarily put on this unit see if it work. It's a Nicky. This thing had a Walbro on it, and I like Walbros way better. So we got the Nicky off. We've got the rest of it off up to the intake. Cleaning our surface. Making sure we don't screw up our linkage, throttle linkage spring. We're gonna clean up our rest of our air delivery system for the carburetor. These like to get gunked up. I like to clean them out every time I take one off. It's nice and wiped out. We'll set that aside. What we're going to do from here is go ahead, go up there, clean out our Walbro, which has been sitting in a solution, soaking. We'll probably take it out to the shop, blow it out with the air compressor, and then reassemble the carburetor and assemble it onto the engine. Dress it up, and hopefully we got a runner that gives us no problems. Alright, so we're going to call it a night on the riding mower. We've got to let the carburetor soak a little longer. It just don't look clean enough to me. I'm going to let it soak till tomorrow. Then I'm going to blow it out. Then we'll reinstall it, and then plus it'll be daylight and we'll be able to actually run this thing, mow with it some, see how it works. And then what we'll do is from there we'll assess if it's good enough to go, or do I need to do more shit to it. So see you guys tomorrow. Alright, what's going on, guys? It is the next day. Just got done mowing. Actually used the one we got running yesterday, and it did fantastic. Mowed my neighbor's yard all up in the back, except for the back field part area that I'm going to use to get, I'm going to use this when I get it running. But, all around the back and actually all up in the front, it's a pretty good mower. I think I might keep it around for a while until I get my other push mower running, and then decide which one I'm going to sell. Because that's just too good for, backup, just to sell right now and not have one. I mean, I love the old Briggs, but hey, stuff does go wrong. I do kind of mow lawns in the area for a little side thing, little business thing, so I do like to have a few around that way in case something happens, which it always does happen with me. I swear, everything will run great. Go to put it on the trailer for the day of, doing a job, and it don't want to run. So it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Sometimes you just gotta keep some backups around, that way, hey, just jump on something else or grab something else and keep on going. But we'll hang on to that for a while. We're gonna get back to the Troy belt that we were on last night. We have to get the carburetor out from the soak. It's been soaking all night. We're going to go take it down to the shop, blow it out with the air compressor real good, come back up here, clean this up again, make sure everything's ready, prep it for gaskets and the carburetor, and go ahead and reassemble the carburetor, reassemble the engine, see if she'll finally run the way she needs to run, and then from there probably go ahead and see if this thing will run and cut and finish up what I need to finish up here at the house and next door, and then I will know if it's good enough to take on a job. So let's get to it for the day. Alright, so we had a mishap with our Walbro. Unfortunately, the inside threads are stripped. and it won't hold the bolt in. So that's no good, unfortunately. I can take parts off of it, but if I can't secure the bolt, then got a problem. So I had to resort to the Nicky. I took it apart, cleaned it, made sure all the jets were free and all that good stuff. And I guess we're gonna put this back on and see if we can get this to run. Hopefully we can, because I need to do something. If not, I'm gonna have to rip the carburetor off of the General for now. So let's go and install this, see what it does. If not, we're going to go pull the carb off the General and put it on for temporary use. So hopefully, let's cross our fingers, and hopefully this crappy Nicky will do what I need it to do. And that way I can go ahead and put our spring, throttle, rod, need the guide in the choke, linkage, need to start threading it in. Start by hand. Do a light impact. Okay. Now it is time for our elbow. Your long bolts are 5/16. These are 7/16. 7. Light impact. Carburetor's reinstalled. We'll reinstall our top cover. off the head. Alright. I guess three cover bolts ain't gonna hurt it. Cheap ass block. I'm not like these Briggs. Alright, it's reassembled everything but the cover here. And the fuel line, which is now assembled. So what we'll do is go ahead and feed the fuel. Get these things out of the way. And we'll go ahead and try to start it. See what it does. I just ran this thing for about an hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours and mowed most of my front yard. Cut really good, as you see. I got a good bit cut. And it cut well, so I'd say it's ready. So we're gonna go ahead and call this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed getting my equipment back up and running right without having to spend any money on it. So, you know, that just gives you a little tip on how to store things and how to clean it after season and stuff. A lot of people throw things away that they could clean and get back running again, so keep that in mind. Go check out the Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and the TikTok. The only one's difference of Snapchat is an avatar. The rest of them are the same profile picture as the YouTube channel, so you can easily go to those platforms, type in Flying Bryant's Garage in the search engines, and you should find me. Go check out some of the old videos. Stay tuned for the new videos. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Button's right there somewhere. And hit that all notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Usually try to drop 2 a week. So yeah, with all that being said, be sure to like and comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.